a discussion on verbs now. If you looked at the 6 verbs that are written on the board, there is one thing which is common, and I hope you have identified it. If not, let me do it now. Every verb written here has mas as the suffix. So, this mas means that you are framing the sentence in polite form. The next thing which we need to learn is about verb conjugation. So when Japanese verbs conjugate based on tense, based on whether it is positive or negative. Let's learn about the rules of conjugating verbs now, based on tense. Unlike English, which has 3 tense, present, past, future, there are only 2 tense in Japanese, and that is non-past and past. When I tell non-past, it includes both present and future, and there is past tense. Let's make those 6 verbs which we just learned and fill up this table based on tense and based on positive or negative. The first verb which we will learn is get up, wake up. And what was the word for it in Japanese? Okimasu. Let's conjugate this verb and fill up the table now. When you see the suffix mas, it means that it is in the non-past tense. Present or future, anything of it. And it is in the affirmative, that is positive form. So, okimasu comes here. If I have to make it negative, all I will do is, instead of this mas, I will change it into masen. Masen. Let me write the word here. Okimasen. So, mas means the affirmative non-past form, and if you have to make it negative, it will become masen. Let's do the same exercise for the other verbs. Sleep. The word was nemasu. Nemasu. Mas represents either present or future, affirmative form. Nemasu. And what will be the negative form for this? Nemasen. Work. The word was hatarakimasu. Hatarakimasu. And negative form, what would it be? Hatarakimasen. Take rest or take a holiday. The word was yasumimasu. And the negative form for this would be yasumimasen. Study. Finish. I want you to try it. I will write the mas form, you tell me the masen form. Study, the word was benkyou shimasu. You complete it? Yes, I will write the word now. Finish. The word was owarimasu. Make it into negative form now. The word becomes owarimasen. Okay. So the rule is very simple. Mas means it is in the positive form and masen means it is negative form. Let's now move into making these verbs into past tense. And the rule is very simple. In the end, the verb should end with ta. Let me make one verb first to explain that. okimasu. Past tense affirmative is what we are going to do first. Oki. This mas, the end thing should be ta. So mas and ta, we make this as mashita. Okimashita. Okimashita is the past tense of get up. In English, if I have to tell wake up in past tense, what would that be? Woke up. In Japanese, it would become okimashita. So, by adding mashita at the end, it means that the verb is in the past tense. Nemasu. The verb will become nemashita. Hatarakimasu. Past tense of it will become hataraki. Instead of mas, it will become mashita. So the verb is. Can you see this? At the end of every verb, if I put mashita, it becomes the past tense form. Continuing for the next three verbs now. Yasumimasu will become yasumimashita. Can you complete the other two by yourself? Benkyou shimasu. Benkyou shimashita. Owarimasu. Owarimashita. So mashita added becomes the past tense. Okay, the last column in the table now, and that is making these verbs into past tense negative. Let's do it. Negative form. Okimasen. Okimasen, making it negative. Remember, the past tense has to have ta at the end of it. I'm writing the negative form here. Okimasen. This written. At the end, ta has to come. And I will be adding deshita. What is the negative past tense form of any verb? All you have to do is add masen deshita at the end of it. Let's do that for the other verbs. Nimas. The negative of it will become nimasen. Past tense of this will become nimasen deshita. Hatarakimasu. Negative of it, hatarakimasen. Past tense of this will become hatarakimasen deshita. Yasumimasu. Negative is yasumimasen. Past tense negative will become yasumimasen deshita. Benkyou shimasu. Negative benkyou shimasen. Past tense negative benkyou shimasen deshita. And the last one, you will tell. Owarimasu. Owarimasen deshita. Okay, so we have learned about the verb conjugation based on tense and based on negation, affirmative, negative. Let's go over it quickly. Any verb which has mas at the end of it, you will tell that it is in the non-past tense, either present or future, both are okay. If I put masen, it becomes negative form. Past tense would be mashita, okimashita, and negative past tense would be 起きませんでした.